There we go. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Alex Johnson. I am president of the Plano West Rotary Club. Thank you for joining us. At this stage, I'm going to turn this over to our illustrious past president, Mike Walker. Take it away, Mike. Remember, we're only going to do this for 10 minutes today.
Well, good morning. How do I get my camera on here? Start video. Oh, there I am. I hit the wrong button. Well, good morning. I hope you all have a lot of $1 bills handy so we can do our brag bucks. And I'm just going to do them in the order that I've got them here on the screen. I'll save Alex for last. He tends to prattle on for a long time, so we'll save him for last. So, Zane, do you have any brag bucks for this morning?
Well, my classes start next week, so that's pretty exciting. I'm going to be all online this year, so yeah.
All right, that's great. Brandon, how about you?
Yeah, my classes are also starting next weekend. Yeah, I'm going to be all online as well.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to have a brag. I brag that I don't have to go to class. I've done enough of that. Laura, how about you? Any brags with us for us this morning?
Yes, actually, kind of in alignment with what they just said. I actually start school next week as well.
Ooh, wow. Well, congratulations, I think.
I'm an older student.
Carolyn, do you have any brags?
Nonetheless, yes, I'm an older student.
Hey, Carolyn, do you have a brag?
I start school, or like I start all online classes in 2 weeks. So that's exciting.
Oh, wow.
Where are you going? Nobody's telling where they're going.
Oh, I'm going to UT Austin, but I'm staying here in Plano because social distancing and all that.
Good, I gotcha. All right, Bianca, do you have a brag?
I actually have two brags. So my first brag is we have an Italian fig tree in our backyard, and so it's finally all the fruit is ready to be picked, and I love Italian figs. They're so good. So I'm so happy about that. And my second brag is we have gotten all 5 members that we need to start that Rotaract Club at UTD, and we have our club orientation with everyone tomorrow at noon.
Well, that's pretty exciting. Okay, thank you. Jennifer, do you have some brags?
Yeah, so last night when I was obsessively looking at my 4-year plan or my 3-year plan, I decided I don't want to like cram in 3 science classes this semester. So I'm going to be at my school a 4th year and declaring a double major in philosophy.
Oh,
Wow.
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ike, are you going to school somewhere? You got a class?
No, I haven't been accepted because my grades are not good. They're discriminating against low grades. So
Hey, what about your book?
it's coming along good. I have some
Nobody
very
knows
nice
that.
outlines.
Tell them what you're doing. Nobody knows what you're doing. That's a brag.
All these outlines you can see. Fill in the blanks later.
His brag is he's writing a book.
What's the title of the book?
We haven't settled on that yet.
All right, all right.
But I think it's relevant.
I'm sure Alex can put some committee together on naming books, and we can do that for you.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Julia, do you have a brag?
Kind of going along with everyone's theme, I'm starting school tomorrow, so that's exciting.
Ooh, exciting for some. Thank you.
Are you doing remote or face-to-face?
I'm doing everything online, yeah.
All right, that's good.
Or at home, I guess they call it.
Yeah.
Hey, Vivi, do you have a brag?
I've been wanting an air fryer for so long, and I got it yesterday, so I'm super excited. I used it right away, and I'm using it again today. So
That's exciting. That's great. Thank you. Clarence, do you always wear a hat inside the house?
I wear a hat whenever I want to. It holds my head down. So anyway, and outside, I like to wear a hard hat when I'm working too. And I may put the Rotary symbol on it next time. But anyway, I'd like to brag. We're about to finish up picking figs this season. And yesterday we made a good batch of ginger and lemon flavored fig preserves.
Now, are these Italian or are these American figs?
Well, I didn't check the origin, but I think figs originated in Greece on there. But, I don't know where this particular one came from, but it's kind of a greenish yellow variety. It's not the turkey.
Oh, I'll speak to them in Italian and see if there's a reaction by the tree.
Well, the mockingbirds love them. I have to get out there before they do, but they like them better, and so do squirrels. So I have to kind of keep them at the bay.
Well, I hope y'all save some of those for the next time we have an event where we're buying those figs from you.
Yes.
We hope to have a supply available then.
Thanks, Clarence. Hey, Randall, do you have a brag this morning?
Well, I guess along with the theme of everyone else, I'm glad that I'm done with school at my age. So I'm not going back. But my kids are returning back this week as well. So they're doing virtual school this week until after September, after Labor Day. So I guess that's my brag. They're going back and everybody is still healthy. So I'm bragging about that. Although at my office, my neighbor's son came down with COVID. So I'm a little bit on shaky ground on that until we find out he's negative and all is good. So
thank you. Glenn and Michelle, do you have brags plural or?
I'll brag on our club and the fun we had last Saturday in the Douglas community. Thanks to David for organizing that and everything, but we had a great turnout and Mike, you were there too. It was good times.
Yeah, I'll ditto that. I was a lot of good stuff on Saturday. It was fun to get out there and help the community. And I see Camille has stepped away, but I was also going to brag that I got to meet Camille at in person. It's fun with the oh, she's on the phone. It's fun with the service projects because we get to see some of you guys in person.
Got to see you in person, James and David and Fred, and it was fun.
Yeah. Tamara and Brandon and
Carolyn.
And Carolyn.
Thank you. Roger, do you have a brag this morning?
Well, I took my donation over for the homeless, and I want to brag on Michelle and Glenn, how much work they have to be putting in behind the scenes. It's just awesome. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Frankenfield. I can see your lips moving.
You're
muted. You're muted.
Okay,
hey.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I want to brag about my 14-year-old grandson. Will be a freshman this year. Yesterday, he achieved his life rank in Boy Scouts, and that was quite an ordeal, and he should have Eagle within a year. And then also I want to brag about him. Yesterday morning and this morning, he tried out at the Plano Senior High swim team trials, and he managed to make all the cuts down. It was the last one cut, and he's a freshman, and only one freshman made the team. And as the coach said, he'll definitely make it next year. So that was the great news and the good news. The bad news is I was his coach.
Okay, Coach Thomas, how about some brags? I normally see you with a hat on. I didn't realize you didn't have any hair.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the lighting in here. And these are not my glasses. I just want to look at the rest of you, okay? I don't really wear glasses. But I have a quick brag, and my brag is most of you I shared this Saturday when I had the opportunity to meet a lot of you and learn a little bit more about you. But my brag is I've been married for almost a week. Well, a little over a week, and all 4 of our boys attended our wedding ceremony, which was fabulous. But the most impactful thing about that is the fact that there was food left for others when they finished eating. Because our 4 adult boys, they can eat anyone out of house. So everyone else at the wedding ceremony had an opportunity to eat after my boys. That's a big brag.
Thank you, James. David, how about a brag?
Good morning, everybody. My brag is that, so I don't know, a lot of people may not know, but James Thomas and Dolly Thomas, they're my cousins. Tamara is my sister, and Fred Thomas, my brother-in-law. And we've basically been doing a lot of, well, everything with Douglas Visions in the Douglas community for the last several years. And we joined this organization, I became a part of this organization, and you guys have shown up, and you all are just like our family. And especially after meeting you all on Saturday, it just felt like brothers and sisters all coming together and cousins all coming together to basically produce a really good cause and produce a really good event. And so it's just heartwarming to be a part of this group. I'm not even going to say this organization, but to be a part of this family. So that's my brag. I've really enjoyed this whole experience coming on board and getting involved with you all. And my first thing is Michelle gave me a T-shirt on Saturday, and my friend that came into town to help us, she wore it on Monday, and we got stopped at the shopping center. It's like, oh, you're a Rotarian? So I was like, oh, that is very powerful. People, and they were the people that stopped us. They were from Arkansas. They were Rotarians in Arkansas. So it's a big family spread throughout, and it's a part of it.
Thank you for that, David.
Thank you all for coming out on Saturday, and thank you all for everything that you do.
Thank you. Okay, Fred and Tamara, you all have some brag?
Actually, Mike, this was a 10-minute brags. We're going to have to end it. We've got a busy agenda today. So
Okay.
everybody, thank you very much. Now what I need to do is turn it over to Tamara, and she is going to lead us in prayer.
Father, we just come before you today, just so thankful to be the children of God. We thank you that you are Lord, God, Master, and King over our lives. It's in you we live and move and have our being. Father, your word says that if we would commit our works unto you, our thoughts shall be established. So we commit this meeting and this organization over to you, and we pray that you will establish our thoughts in the way we should go. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Tamara. Tom Posey. I don't think Tom's online, is he? He sure isn't. Hey, Steve Lawton, you want to step in and lead us in pledge?
Yeah, if you would, please join me in renewing our allegiance to the greatest nation in the world. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Lawton. Now, what I'd like to do is turn it over to one of our other illustrious past presidents, Fred B. We have now 2 Freds in the club, Fred T and Fred B. So this is Fred Biemendorfer. He has a little something he wants to talk to us about. Take it away, Fred.
Everybody says this is our volunteer shirts we handed out this past weekend. And unfortunately, it says the Rotary Clubs at Plano instead of Plano West Rotary, but the board has brought up an opportunity to purchase new T-shirts for our volunteers and everything. But unfortunately, like when Michelle came in as president, and of course Alex stepped in, we don't have a fundraiser. about having Balloon Fest this year. I will have pecans later on in November, but that's for the scholarship fund. So I think maybe it would be, as the past president, to put out there, those of you, in lieu of the fact that I'm talking to the members that have been members for a long time, I'm not talking about our new members, but since we're not having the expense of paying for meals and everything, let's see if we can chip in a little bit to the kitty so we can purchase some volunteer shirts and everything so we can reward those folks that come out and support Rotary, and also to get Plano West Rotary out there and so forth. And as a business, I think I can probably scrape up some. And Mike Walker, since he's my insurance agent, I know he will. They always step up to the plate. We had a love offering several years ago. We were at the Harvey Hotel. We were going to buy a brace for a young athlete at Plano Senior High that tore her ACL, I believe. And we stepped up to the plate to offer to purchase that. And somebody else trumped us and didn't have to do it. But I know that Steve and Mike and anybody else that has a business there has that capability. Let's step up and see if we can contribute a little bit. Thanks, Alex.
Awesome. Fred, thank you. Yes, everybody, I'm going to share the link to the pictures from this weekend. It was phenomenal. We had, I think Michelle made a point of making sure our white t-shirts got distributed first. They're the ones that do say Plano West Rotary, and then the other ones don't, which there we go, Bianca. The other ones don't. It says all clubs. And so we still have a few of those left, so we are going to distribute those. But at the rate, you know, we had 48 people on Saturday volunteering, and adding up the hours, 136 hours of volunteering we did. You guys are awesome. I mean, and we counted up, we had 5 veteran members and 12 of our new members. So we had 17 from our club and 31 family, community. Well, that's exciting. And so when you see these pictures, you're going to see all these pictures with the Rotary logo on it. So it's really exciting. And we have more people volunteering. So we want to, this is something our club's done for a number of years, especially because of Balloon Festival. And now we are substituting it with other events. So if you can, chip in. If you can't, don't worry about it. And this is what we're looking to do. Now, real quick, before we get into the real important business, like voting and inducting, another one of our past presidents, who this person is really special, because not only is he a past president, he's a 3rd generation past president. His father was a past president of Rotary. His grandfather was a past president of Rotary, who's actually met Paul Harris, which is the founder of Rotary. So I want to turn it over to Clarence Gilmore, and he's going to share with us some important information. Take it away, Clarence.
Plano West Rotary has always been a big foundation supporter, not only sending wheelchairs to Sudan, water wells in Africa, and around the world, as well as locally. The mission of the Rotary Foundation is to enable Rotary members to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education, alleviation of poverty. The foundation is a not-for-profit corporation supported solely by voluntary contributions from Rotary members and friends of the foundation who share a vision of a better world. This support is essential to make possible projects funded with the foundation grants that bring sustainable improvement to communities in need. Using Rotary Foundation grants, Rotary's 35,000 clubs across 200 countries plus the global development and carry out sustainable projects that promote peace, fight disease, provide clean water, sustain mothers and children, improve education, and strengthen the local economies. That's it.
All right, drop the mic. Nothing more to be said. Thank you, Clarence. So as we know, we always talk about the foundation, and everybody, the Rotary Foundation is one of the most important and significant things our club is going to do. And there's a lot that we can do to support the foundation and be benefited by the foundation. And so we're always going to be sharing about the foundation. We have a 7-person foundation committee, which is pretty awesome. Veteran members, new members. And so you guys are going to hear a lot about the foundation. So with that said, now we're going to move into the fun part. We're going to talk about a little club business. And the first club business, I want to introduce our newest member application. Her name is Aretha O'Kane. Can you wave? I know she's on. Can we see her? There we go. So yay, Aretha. She actually found us purely on the internet. That was it. She's from Nigeria a while ago. She has a really good friend, or is a family member that's high up in Rotary in Nigeria, and he's always been telling me, you got to join Rotary, you got to join Rotary. So she just Googled it. We're an awesome club, and she joined. And I think you had 1 or 2 of your sons volunteer on Saturday. Was it 1 or 2? 2. So she found us a few days ago, and she's already volunteering. So awesome, Aretha. We will be voting for her in a few weeks. So we thank you for joining our club and being part of our mission of service. Now, we have something very exciting. We have 3 people to vote on, and we're going to do something a little different. Our bylaws don't prohibit us from voting and then inducting. There was really no reason to delay it out. And so we're just going to vote and then induct with our other people. So we're going to vote on 3 people. And I ask that only official inducted club members do the vote. So we have a number of people that haven't been inducted yet, or visitors don't vote. And we're going to use the polling function. You guys have seen, we've had 15 new members. You guys are pro at all this. So let's throw out the vote for, I'm not even going to say the names because you're going to see it on the vote. So you can read. So here we go. Everybody should see it now. Yes. So please vote quickly. All right, I think that's about the members. Going once, going twice. We are closing unanimous that we have now voted in Jenny Orth, Brandon Chen, and Camille Lovelace. Woo! Welcome. Now you guys get to move quickly. I think when I got voted in, and wasn't it 2 weeks later when I was in town to get inducted, Michelle? Michelle was the president when I got voted into this club. So you guys are making it happen fast. So I'm glad everybody was able to make it. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to induct Jenny, Brandon, and Camille. And we're also going to induct Dolly Thomas and James Thomas. And as you know, when I do these inductions, because I feel, when you're inducted into Rotary, it's a lifetime induction. And many people die Rotarians. And we have so many Plano graduates here. A perfect example of somebody who died a Rotarian is Dr. Wayne Hendricks, which I know a number of people were going to school in Plano when he was superintendent. And so Rotary's amazing, and I felt it's important that each person gets their own induction as opposed to a group induction. So everybody has seen me do this before, but I'm just so pleased to be able to induct the 5 of you into our club. And the fact that all 5 of you are massive community service volunteers. And so you just fit in well with our club, and you're going to help us grow. So first, what I think I'm going to do ladies first, because that's only appropriate. So the first person I'd like to induct is my friend Dolly Thomas. So I'm looking at you, Dolly. Dolly Thomas, you have been proposed for membership and the club has elected you. Therefore, it is my pleasure to induct you into the Rotary Club of Plano West. I understand that you're aware of Rotary requirements and will follow them. You have offered your services to assist your fellow Rotarians in their community and international projects. As you know, Rotary is a service club, each member performing what Rotary terms as service above self. Besides service, you will have the benefit of powerful bonds of friendship with fellow Rotarians locally and worldwide. I especially commend you to your attention to the object of Rotary and the four-way test, which form the criteria for Rotarians in their daily lives. When you travel, you have the special opportunity to attend Rotary meetings and meet Rotarians throughout the world. This is another rewarding benefit of your membership. And now, by the power vested in me as president of Rotary Club of Plano West, I pin this Rotary emblem on you and declare you to be an active member of this Rotary Club. Welcome to Rotary, and we look forward to your enrichment of our lives and your own by your association in the world's oldest, largest, and finest service organization, Rotary International.
Thank you so much, Alex, for inviting me, and I really, really, really look forward to working. You guys are the best.
We're excited. Dolly's been a friend of mine for 17 years, so it's awesome that we're finally Rotarians together. Next, as I said, we're doing ladies first, is going to be Jenny Orth. Jenny Orth, you have been proposed for membership and the club has elected you. Therefore, it is my pleasure to induct you into the Rotary Club of Plano West. I understand you are aware of Rotary's requirements and will follow them. You have offered your services to assist your fellow Rotarians in their community and international projects. As you know, Rotary is a service club, each member performing what Rotary terms as service above self. Besides service, you will have the benefit of powerful bonds of friendship with fellow Rotarians locally and worldwide. I especially commend to your attention the object of Rotary and the four-way test, which form the criteria for Rotarians in their daily lives. When you travel, you have the special opportunity to attend Rotary meetings and meet Rotarians throughout the world. This is another rewarding benefit of your membership. And now, by the power vested in me as president of Rotary Club of Plano West, I pin this Rotary emblem on you and declare you to be an active member of this Rotary Club. Welcome to Rotary. We all look forward to the enrichment of our lives and your own by your association in the world's oldest, largest, and finest service organization, Rotary International. Woo, woo, woo. I don't hear any, oh, did Zane mute everybody? So I didn't hear any other clapping, so.
We kind of muted ourselves.
There we go. Let's get some loud clapping going. Awesome. Welcome to the club, Jenny. Jenny's been involved in Rotary through Interact for what, sophomore year, junior year. So that's when I met her 4 years ago. So it's an honor to serve with her. She's already recruited people into the club, in the Interact. So and she's helping across the board. So thank you, Jenny. Now, like I said, we're doing ladies first. So next, it's going to be Miss Camille. Camille Lovelace, you have been proposed for membership, and the club has elected you. Therefore, it is my pleasure to induct you into the Rotary Club of Plano West. I understand you are aware of Rotary's requirements and will follow them. You have offered your services to assist your fellow Rotarians in their community and international projects. As you know, Rotary is a service organization, each member performing what Rotary terms as service above self. Besides service, you will have the benefit of powerful bonds of friendship with fellow Rotarians locally and worldwide. I especially commend to your attention the object of Rotary and the four-way test, which form the criteria for Rotarians in their daily lives. When you travel, you will have the special opportunity to attend Rotary meetings and meet Rotarians throughout the world. This is another rewarding benefit of your membership. And now, by the power vested in me as president of Rotary Club of Plano West, I pin this Rotary emblem on you and declare you to be an active member of this Rotary Club. Welcome to Rotary. We all look forward to the enrichment of our lives in your own by your association in the world's oldest, largest, and finest service organization, Rotary International. Turn on your mics and make some noise, people.
Hey.
Welcome, Camille. And once again, well, Dolly was there on Saturday, Jenny was there on Saturday, Camille was there on Saturday. All of you have stepped up and you are just volunteering across the board. So we thank you. And Camille, Camille also found us on the internet. So between Camille and Aretha, our website is working. So send your friends to the website, people, because it's working and they get to know our club well. Well, next, we have just inducted our ladies. By the way, we've tripled our number of ladies in our Rotary Club. Woo-hoo-hoo! We're at like 33%, so that's awesome. I would now like to introduce James. James Thomas. You have been proposed for membership and the club has elected you. Therefore, it is my pleasure to induct you into the Rotary Club of Plano West. I understand you are aware of the Rotary requirements and will follow them. You have offered your services to assist your fellow Rotarians in their community and international projects. As you know, Rotary is a service club, each member performing what Rotary terms as service above self. Besides service, you will have the benefit of powerful bonds of friendships with fellow Rotarians locally and worldwide. I especially commend to your attention the object of Rotary and the four-way test, which form the criteria for Rotarians in their daily lives. When you travel, you have the special opportunity to attend Rotary meetings and meet Rotarians throughout the world. This is another rewarding benefit of your membership. And now, by the power vested in me as president of Rotary Club of Plano West, I pin this Rotary emblem on you and declare you to be an active member of this Rotary Club. Welcome to Rotary. We all look forward to the enrichment of our lives and your own by your association in the world's oldest, largest, and finest service organization, Rotary International.
Welcome.
Now, I've heard from family and friends he goes by Baby Duty or Duty. So now that we're fellow Rotarians, we'll find out if we're supposed to use the name that everybody else in the world calls him. When I say James Thomas, they're like, who are you talking about? So we shall see, but I'll let him make that decision.
No.
Brandon, I am so excited to induct you. Brandon Chen, you have been proposed for membership and the club has elected you. Therefore, it is my pleasure to induct you into the Rotary Club of Plano West. I understand you are aware of Rotary requirements and will follow them. You have offered your services to assist your fellow Rotarians in their community and international projects. As you know, Rotary is a service club, each member performing what Rotary terms as service above self. Besides service, you will have the benefit of powerful bonds of friendship with fellow Rotarians locally and worldwide. I especially commend to your attention the object of Rotary and the four-way test, which form the criteria for Rotarians in their daily lives. When you travel, you will have the special opportunity to attend Rotary meetings and meet Rotarians throughout the world. This is another rewarding benefit of your membership. And now, by the power vested in me as president of Rotary Club of Plano West, I pin this Rotary emblem on you and declare you to be an active member of this Rotary Club. We welcome you to Rotary. We look forward to the enrichment of our lives and your own by your association in the world's oldest, largest, and finest service organization, Rotary International.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome. It is my greatest honor to induct new members. You guys are just, Brandon was there this Saturday. James was there this Saturday. You know, all of our new members are immediately stepping up to volunteer even before they're members. And that's awesome. You guys are leading the way and you're true Rotarians. So thank you and welcome to the club. So excited. Now I want to, I'm late. And so I'm going into James's time, our speaker. So I do apologize, but I do have some important things I need to talk about. This Friday, very important this Friday, we are having our second monthly happy hour, social hour. It's on Zoom. It's at 6 p.m., the same Zoom channel. We want our members to attend, and it's just a free-for-all. Lisa Leach is our coordinator. She plans the agenda, which I have no clue, and Lisa is on her way to Austin right now. And so, but be there, and your friends are invited, and your family's invited. It's not just for the club. So please be there, you guys. It was a lot of fun the last time we did it. Also, I want to talk about Rotary Leadership Institute. This is Rotary International training on leadership, not just leading in a club, but overall leadership. I have not been able to take it. It's been canceled for years. Well, because of COVID, everything's virtual, so I get to take it. You guys also, all members are allowed to take it for free. The club will pay your dues. It's not dues, but the fee for it. Glenn sent it out in an email that you received yesterday from the club. It starts August 20th. It's separate sessions going until October. So there's a lot of components to it. If you register, let us know. We'll give you a check request form. After you take the course, then we'll reimburse you. So I encourage you guys to do it. A number of our veteran members have taken it already, and 17 years in Rotary, I haven't been able to take it yet, so I am. And the next I want to talk about is the Red Badge program. A number of our new members have already received it. The Red Badge program is an introduction to Plano West Rotary program that you do with your club mentor. The ones that we just inducted, you don't know anything about it yet. I will email it to you. And it's a fun thing. On all the normal things you do, you check it off. And when you get it done, you get rid of your red badge. Because we don't have badges, because we're not meeting anywhere, it's a virtual red badge. But basically, it's just a way of knowing what's going on. So you'll get an email on it. Those that have it, read your email, call your mentor. They're supposed to help you through it. Those that haven't gotten the email, you will get it soon. And we will help you learn Rotary together. So it's a lot of fun. Now, real quick, because I'm still running late, but there's things to cover. We have 3 upcoming service projects that we're working on. We're always service. And then this is important to know. Don't feel you have to sign up for everything. You can't. I don't sign up for everything. You have a life, and it's just not everything may not speak to you. But sign up to what does. And we encourage members to identify and champion and lead other service projects. I think they try to keep up with David and Tamara. If you could keep up with them on service projects, you're doing well. Because those two just pump them out every other week, and they serve lots of people. And with that said, we are finalizing a service project today and tomorrow, which is lunch for people experiencing homelessness. If you look on our service projects page, you'll see a link. I think you should still sign up. Michelle Thornton is leading that one, and it ties into what our speaker is going to be talking about today. Another service project is donations for human trafficking. That service project is not one of our causes, but it's very important to the Costas family, who is very important to us. The Rotarians, we meet in a restaurant, and Chris Costas, who's the manager of the restaurant, a close friend of his, this is something that's very important to him, and I told him we will help him do it. And we all care victims of human trafficking. So if you look at the Sign Up Genius, sign up for stuff, and we always use Greek Isles as our drop-off spot, so drop off there, and they even have some coupons and come back and have lunch. So when you drop things off at Greek Isles, say hi to the owners, they're us, we're part of the family, and have a lunch there. And then our other shoe drive, our other service project is our shoe drive. And the shoe drive is both an international and local cause. International for micro enterprises and developing nations, locally for economic development in the Douglas community. Our new member, actually she's not that new anymore because she's a week or two old, Tamara Thomas, she's leading up the shoe drive. But our Plano Senior High School Interact Club president and District 5810 Interact District Governor, she asked to make this a District Interact project. So all 51 Interact clubs in the Dallas area and their sponsoring Rotary clubs are also going to be supporting us on this. District leadership's going to be supporting it. We've already had Plano Star Courier write an article on it. Hope everybody saw it. If you didn't figure it out, Carolyn Diaz, our soon-to-be new member, was the reporter for that. So go, Carolyn, whoop, whoop. It's actually the second article she's written on behalf of our club. So we can't ask for a better champion than that. So take a look at these service projects where you can fit in, serve, invite your friends, invite your family. Remember, the community is involved in our service projects. Now, we were going to do Member of the Month. Tom was going to be here. He's not on. Tom Posey's not here, is he? Any of his committee members, are you going to tell us who the members of the...
Yeah, we had Tom and I talked today, and that Rotarian of the Month has been selected, and I thought he was going to. He said he would be here to make the announcement.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe I misunderstood him, and he said that I'll be here to make the announcement.
He was this morning. He told me he was.
So I'm going to make the announcement, and obviously it was a pretty easy choice. This first time we're doing this. So for the month of August, the Plano West Rotarian of the Month is none other than our president, Alex Johnson.
Oh man,
done a great job for this club so far.
Well, thank you. Supposed to happen, so I'm very shocked. Thank you, guys.
Do I need to send that $20 back?
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you. We are going to be honoring a member of the month every month. Tom Posey leads a committee. And Lisa. And I have no idea who they're going to announce it until they announce it.
We've already chose our one for September. So you need to tune in on the first week of September to find out who that is.
There we go. All right, you guys. I have really I think 10 times in chat. So I apologize, James. Unfortunately, it took too long inducting you. So I want to, is Benton on? Did he make it? Oh man. Okay, well, Benton's out of town, but he wanted to introduce our speaker because they go back a number of decades. So it's stuck up to me to do it. So do you guys see the screen? Yes, okay. Well, I want to introduce Coach James Thomas, who is now a member of our club. James gave me a few things to say about him. He's a forever resident of Plano. He was born in Douglas community. Dr. Hendrick was his principal when he was in middle school, and not principal, but superintendent way early on. James told me a very interesting story about meeting Dr. Hendricks when he was in middle school. James was a PISD teacher and coach from 76 to 98. And actually was a teacher of Mike Walker's son, adult son. He is currently a PISD administrator. He handles discipline and policy issues. He does transfer and truancy issues, and he's a liaison for the PISD kids in the district, because all those kids that don't have homes, James calls them his own and treats them like his own. And so he's got a lot of kids. And he's only a week married. He's also a board member for a few nonprofits, including City House and Collin County Homeless Coalition. And he is driven by the desire to give back to the community because there's so much to be given to him. So I would like our club to welcome our club member wearing a mask, James Thomas.
Thank you, Alex. I'm practicing my social distancing with all of you, okay? So I wore my mask. Hey, Alex, what you didn't tell me is that I'd be surrounded by wonderful people, and as I have been the last few weeks. So I'd like to compliment my wonderful cousin, David Evans. David, thank you. I appreciate you. Tamara, thank you guys. Fred. And I got a chance to meet Mike. Oh, goodness. And Fred, Pam, and Michelle, Glenn. You guys are, I couldn't be in a better group. And Aretha, your son, Frederick, he was amazing. So I let him know that that random crazy guy said that, okay? Your son was fabulous. So thank you for letting us have him and your daughter. Mike, thank you for putting up with me too. I'm on medication, so forgive me, okay? Hey, but I like to take a moment or two, and generally when I discuss homelessness, it's about 20, 30 minutes, but this will be a quickie, so hopefully it doesn't interfere with. And folks, I hold grudges. So Benton Hall, I'm looking for. He called me about an hour ago, but I know Benton at his age, he doesn't do technology, so I understand. I won't be upset with Benton for not being around. But I just wanted to go over a couple of things with you. As Alex said, I actually grew up here in Plano. The building for which I work is called the Cox Building here. And back in the olden days, it was for the Caucasian kids only. So back in the 60s, I wasn't able to attend this particular building. Now that I'm in my 60s, they make me work over here. So someone said, well, James, at least that's progress. I said 40, 50 years progress, little bitty progress, but this building I wasn't able to attend back in the olden days. But as Alex said, I'm the homeless liaison for the district. And when I took this job about 10 years ago, I figured it would be a thankless job, a know-nothing job, because growing up in Plano, I didn't think that none of Collin County experienced homelessness. So needless to say, I was surprised and then appalled as my numbers grew. I think the first year was like 47 kids who we identified in my office who were homeless. They were sleeping in cars, in storage units, in parks, in abandoned buildings, and so on, or they were doubled up with folks. And as Alex indicated, this past year, and we stopped the last day of school, so it's June 3rd or June 5th. I stopped counting in February when COVID set in, and I had identified over 551 students who were homeless. And with me, when you say that, for those of us who were around during Vietnam, bottom line is the numbers just don't mean that much to me. Numbers just, it's when we had 50 folks or 100 folks, but please note, every single number has a story. And unfortunately, those stories are tragic stories when it comes to homelessness. It really does. They're very, very tragic. So I'm looking at over 550 something, which theoretically would have been over 600 kids who were homeless. And we generally say 4 to 5 times that many are really homeless that we weren't even able to identify for various reasons. And some of those reasons are that they're uncounted because parents feel that if they let the ISD know that they're homeless, that CPS will intervene and come and take their kids for neglect. So that's one of the reasons why parents they'll have their kids to lie to the school district to say that they're living somewhere. I had one dad tell me, I am not homeless. Sir, I don't care. This school said I was homeless, I'm not. I said, well, sir, it looks as if you're sleeping in your car with your 2 boys in a parking lot at Walmart. He said, but one day I will get a house. And I said, I know you will, sir. I feel certain that you will. But he said, I just don't want anyone putting a label on me, calling me homeless. I said, well, you're not homeless. What you are is you're living in transition. And I said, all of us are living in transition. So that's another reason why a lot of people don't want to admit that they're homeless. It's a prideful thing, and a lot of pride going on with that. So we just really have to be confidential, and I train my ISD administrators and my staff to certainly just work with those families and let them know that they're not homeless or living in transition, which is synonymous. The two are synonymous. And then another reason folks are homeless is because they fear that some of the parents are undocumented. Their kids are here, but they're undocumented, so they won't let us know. But bottom line, I want to share this with you. We do have homelessness in Collin County. We do have homelessness in Plano. We've been blessed to have the only shelter for teens, which is as mentioned, is the City House. And I think Alex was a board member. I've been a board member for the past 8 to 10 years, but that's the only teen shelter. So those are for the kids who are runaways or who've been kicked out, and it happens. So just wanted everyone to be aware of that. The reason for homelessness is I wax through this pretty quickly. Major medical bills will throw a family into homelessness. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. If you have major medical bills, it will throw you into homelessness because we have this image of what homelessness is. And generally, when I talk to groups or church groups or organizations, I get everyone, I just say, close your eyes for 10 seconds and imagine what a homeless person looks like. And I said, okay, 10 seconds open your eyes and let me see if I can describe it. It's some guy, it's 100 degrees outside. He's pushing a cart with bags of all of his earthly possessions. That's the image that we see of homelessness. Well, that's not the image in Collin County. By and large, the homeless person in Collin County looks just like you, looks just like your neighbor. And that neighbor may have encountered major medical bills. That neighbor may have encountered divorce. That neighbor may have encountered a loss of job. I had a family who had the husband was a bank administrator and the wife was a hospital administrator. They both lost their jobs. Their kids went to, I believe, Plano East. Luckily, the kids did well, but the parents went through their savings trying to maintain that same lifestyle that they had when they were doing really well. Thus, they ended up going into homelessness and living in hotels. I know because I provided transportation for them so the kids could get back and forth, and automatically I put them on free meals, but the kids did really well. Both kids ended up at the University of Duke. They were national merit scholars. They were great kids. And it just makes a really, really big difference how we treat our homeless because they're not the image that we generally think they are. Another quickie, most of you may remember about 5 to 8 years ago, the mayor of Capel. You may have heard about this lady who was the mayor of Capel. Her daughter was on her way off. She was living with her daughter. Daughter was on her way off to the University of Texas. She bought her daughter a brand new car, but no one knew that the mayor was using the city credit card to purchase things, to purchase her food. Her house was going into foreclosure. It really took the best of her, and she ended up killing herself and her daughter. It can happen to anyone, regardless. It can happen. So my deal, and I want everyone to understand, for someone as gregarious as I am, because for those of you who saw me Saturday, I love having fun and I enjoy it. But this is a tough topic. But it exists. And my to-do scenario now, and I'll close it by saying, what I find my faith in is I always want to give back. My family, we live for giving back. But I tell my folks who I talk to, if you want to contribute, if you want to help this, what can you do? Well, one of the things that you can do is volunteer for every opportunity. I don't care if it's with your church, or more importantly, get in with the Plano West Rotary Club, because it is a sweat equity group, a sweat equity organization that makes a difference. So volunteer for those particular spots. Get in with your church and see what you can do. And it's not just money giveaway, but those families just want to make sure someone communicates with them. And that's what I'd like for all of us to do. And that's why I'm looking forward to being a part of this, because I love to sweat and I love to help. Alex, I hope I didn't run over way too long, but I wanted to share that with everyone.
Well, I am the one who ran over, and I apologize to you. Unfortunately, you're not going anywhere, so we're going to look for you to continually keep us informed of what's going on with people experiencing homelessness. Because like you said, I was on the City House board, the Collin County Youth Shelter, for 4 years. That was, 17 years ago, and things are a lot worse than they were then, and it wasn't great then either. So you have another 5 minutes of Q&A. So anybody have questions with our new Rotary member, James Thomas?
Any questions?
Go ahead,
Jill?
Jennifer.
Oh, okay. So I started a club at my school, like biomedical humanities, and basically we're doing like each board member is doing a mini project, and I'm currently working on a mini project that's going to be interviewing homeless people, or sorry, people in transition in the DFW community during like how COVID has affected them, not only in their personal lives, but the treatment towards them by organizations and people who usually help them out. So I was wondering if you had any recommendations as to like people I could talk to or organizations I could talk to.
Jennifer, I'll need to get back with you, and I'll try to make sure that you have, because my phobia is the fact that FERPA laws prohibit us from identifying those students, as you well know. So I can't identify any homeless folks to anyone beyond me. As a matter of fact, not even with PISD people. So, but I do have some colleagues and friends who are under that homeless umbrella, under that transition umbrella. I'll see what I can do. And one or two, I have a dear friend of mine. I met her about 7 years ago. She and her two boys they were sleeping in the parking lot at Walmart. And I asked her, I said, Miss, I have Minnie's food pantry. No, I'll take the food pantry. We can get your food because you want. She said, Mr. Thomas, that won't help me. I said, it's food. She said, no, that will not help me. I sleep in my car. I don't have a refrigerator in my car. I don't have an oven or a microwave in my car. Then I had to train my thought of how could I feed and accommodate these people? Well, make it short. She, her son, oldest son went to school, graduated, but her youngest son just graduated from Plano West, and he'll be a freshman at SMU this year. They are no longer homeless. Both kids are in college, so life is good. But Jennifer, I will get back with you on this because she might take an opportunity to communicate with you, and she can share because she was under my umbrella for a while, and it's no longer, I think, FERPA law doesn't involve. Michelle?
Yeah, I was also hoping that maybe you could help identify one or two organizations that we could reach out to have some more service projects in this area. The one that we're doing right now, I got plugged in through my church. My church coordinates signups for these lunches, and I just signed Plano West Rotary up for a couple of those weeks. But if you had some other recommendations like City House or whoever that you think would be a good fit from your knowledge with what we do in Plano West, I would love to hear those ideas.
Actually, I will get on that one too. As I may have said, as a board member of the Collin County Homeless Coalition, I get an opportunity to work with almost every single nonprofit working with those kind of families. So Michelle, get back with me. Hey, Alex, will they have my email address? So everyone get.
In fact, everybody should already. I think.
Okay,
Lynn,
good.
Didn't you include his info on Monday?
Last Monday. I forgot it was Monday, but I'll send it back out.
Thanks,
Lynn. If everybody gets the Club Runner app, then I think that's a good way to see all members' contact information, right?
Yeah.
So hurry up and get him entered in, Glenn.
No, it's there. It's there. It's there.
Oh, James is in. We just inducted him today.
Yay!
Oh yeah, you're right. He's not there.
I'm like, you're fast.
No, I'll get him in this afternoon.
Thank you, Glenn. But Alex, thank you guys. Take the opportunity. As I said, it's not a joyful. It's not an event or topic that I really love. As a matter of fact, quite often I close my door and I just shed tears because when you have a mother and she has 2 elementary kids in the apartment complex, or kick them out and all their items are outside on the lawn of the apartment complex, and the husband had already run away with his girlfriend and drained the checking account. It happens far too often, and it's tough on me. It is really difficult on me. So just working with those families it's a little draining. That's why I know, for someone who's only 22 years old, I look like this. It can be tough on you, okay?
You are a great looking 22-year-old.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, James, thank you very much for speaking with us today. And I want to apologize for running us over. That was my bad, and we will always let you, well, because you're going to help us find opportunities to help people in transition, we're all going to become better experts on it as well. But one of the things that we do when we have members or when we have speakers is, let me get this right, we donate in their name to the polio fund. Does everybody see that? Yes, good. I dropped my extra screen. So, James Thomas, in appreciation of your time and program, Plano West Rotary will donate $10 in your name to Rotary's Polio Plus Fund. Together with the 2-to-1 matching funds from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the 1-to-1 matching funds from the Rotary Foundation, your $10 will turn into $40, and that will provide a polio vaccine for about 66 students, 66 children. So James, thank you for speaking to us. This will be done in your name, and we're so happy that you're a member of our club.
Woohoo! Alex, I may have told you, I don't know if I told Ben when I spoke with him today, my oldest son said, Dad, we're very proud of you. You are an official Rotarian. I said, yes, I am, but I want to be the first. Hopefully you guys will follow up. So thank you guys for the opportunity. Thank you.
We need to get your son involved, recruit him quickly. All right, you guys, we're running a couple of minutes late, but I do have 2 important things that we need to do. One, next week, I will not be here. I have a business situation that I could not get out of. So Glenn is going to run the meeting, and he's been president twice, so I think he'll figure it out. Our guest speaker is Rotarian Chief Ed Drain of the Plano Police Department, which was also there on Saturday, and he makes sure his officers always volunteer with us. We have to thank the chief for that. So you guys are going to have a great meeting next week. So to close our meeting, I would like to have one of our newer members, Fred T. He is going to lead us in the 4-way test. And so wait 1 second here, you guys. There we go. Take it away, Fred Thomas.
A 4-way test of the thing we think, say, or do. 1, is it the truth? 2, is it fair to all concerned? 3, will it build goodwill and better friendship? 4, will it benefit all concerned?
Rotary.
Rotary. Rotary.
All right, you guys. Thank you very much.